Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles are facing off against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs on February 12th at State Farm Stadium. There are many great storylines behind this game, the Kelsey brothers being the first brothers to play against each other in the Super Bowl, and the Reed playing against the team he once coach for, and Jalen Hurts defying everyone's expectations. The question remains, who will come out on top and take home their second Lombardi trophy in the last decade. One of the biggest components coming into the Super Bowl is none other than Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes has been having an MVP year, and he should win it this year, but he has unfortunately suffered a right ankle sprain versus the Jaguars in the divisional round. Despite this injury, Mahomes still managed to play well versus the Cincinnati Bengals, where he walked away with 326 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. Considering he has had 2 weeks to fully recover, he should be fairly mobile coming into the big game. Assuming he is mobile, he will have to face the Eagles' impressive pass rush with Hassan Reddick, Josh Sweat, and Brandon Graham, amongst others, have led this team to an impressive 70 sacks in the regular season, which is the most in the NFL. On the topic of the Philadelphia defense, they have proven they can be a top defense in the NFL. Among their dominant pass rush, they have also shown an immense amount of skill around their secondary. But will this secondary be able to stop the Chiefs' top receivers? Travis Kelce is Mahomes' top target, boasting a mass 1,300 receiving yards and 12 tubs. The Eagles have done well against tight ends this year, holding them to an average of 80.6 rating per game, but that haven't played many tight ends as talented as Travis. The Eagles will also have to contain the Chiefs' various wide receivers. The biggest target consists of Juju and Kadarius Toney. The Eagles have done well containing wide receivers this season, holding them to an average of 81.7 yards. But the Eagles' weakness is versus running back. This opens the opportunity for Chiefs players Isaiah Pacheco and Jerry McKinney to have great games. Both have been playing very well recently, and even though the Chiefs are a pass-first team, it will make a lot of sense for them to take advantage of this. Despite the incredible talent behind the Eagles' defense, many would consider their offense to be the highlight of the team, and this is greatly due to Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, much like Patrick Mahomes, was also having an MVP caliber season. He has proven to be a dual threat quarterback with his great legs and a very improved arm. Unfortunately, he hasn't been playing well since his shoulder injury, having less than a 73 QB rating in his last 3 or 4 games. Another obstacle for Jalen will be the Chiefs' pass rush, led by nominated Defensive Player of the Year Chris Jones. Chris Jones and the rest of the pass rush has had a great year. The Eagles have struggled to protect their quarterback from sacks, letting up a total of 44 sacks in the regular season. Thankfully, Jalen isn't the only superstar on this team. They also have a dominant wide receiver core led by A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. Both receivers have proven to be very reliable in both short and long-term situations, though they will have to face the Chiefs secondary, which has been playing very well during the last few games. In contrast, the Chiefs defense has struggled against the run of late. The Eagles happen to have a great running backs. Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, and Kenneth Gainwell have been all playing very well in recent games, so they will have possibly be the most important aspect of the Eagles offense. This Super Bowl will be yet another fantastic matchup and will likely be very close, but I believe that the Philadelphia Eagles will win in a back and forth game with a final score of 28-24.